Good morning, good evening. It's night here in Sydney town, where I am today, where I am most days. I'm just getting the stream up and running. This is kind of the stream thing, isn't it? Like we just break in and then start talking. Happy Star Wars Day for those celebrating Star Wars Day. I completely missed the memo. I didn't. I just didn't think about it and put a Ghostbusters shirt on. Of all things. Are there ghosts in space? Is there space in ghosts? Anyway, we're here to talk about Chart Report. We're here to do some live trades. I'm just riffing while I look at Twitch and see if I've actually set up my Twitch stream for the first time properly. I've been streaming to Twitch this whole time and never went in and set up the actual stream, like what I was streaming, the right categories. I'm in just chatting now. I think that is the right category. I'm not really playing a game. What Twitch category does live FX trading fit in? Just asking Google. Just chatting? Maybe there's a better discovery place where people will find me on Twitch. Oh, Forex trading live streams. There's other traders on here. What category are they under? ICT, EA by GPT. Are these people that just put their EAs on the screen? They don't actually do the hard work that I'm doing where we're actually here talking. They're just... here's another guy doing trades. He's not even using MetaTrader. What's he using? What category is he in? You guys can't see what I'm looking at.
So
Let
the
me do
trend
that.
needs to stick to the daily pattern.
Now I'm showing
which would
other
be
guys Twitch
higher low
stream in
pattern,
my Twitch
higher low
stream.
pattern, higher low pattern.
That's called a rate or
As
something.
long as that can hold here, we're looking good. And you can just put
he's
it
using
off
some,
that
like,
low
weird
there,
futures
and then just
trading
look for that to
thing.
kind of hold.
That is
and look for us
different
to
from what I
drive
do
back
with
towards the
MetaTrader.
90 MA, which could be
He's
around
trading,
1272s today, and a break at 13. What is it going to
I
tell
just want to
me?
know what
Well, I want to
talk
see
shows
Bloom
and
Energy
podcasts.
continue
That's
to
a
the
category.
upside. I want to see
Talk
maybe
shows and
CUG
podcasts.
push to the upside. This is the name I
Alright.
had last week. I sold it on the
No,
rip.
just chatting.
I could buy it again,
Talk
but that's how it is
shows
sometimes.
and
Took these
podcasts.
names last week, sold the
Done.
rip, looking to buy the dips again.
Excellent.
We'll see what happens. VST
Thank
is
you.
another one that I'm kind of looking
Trade the
at.
pool
I want to see GEV
for
if
your
it can
advice.
recover that 1100.
But I'm not here for
That's
you.
going to be a
I am
telling.
here for this. Chart Reporter. If you are a MetaTrader trader, this is the most invaluable tool you could ever come across. The way this works is you 3-step process. You install the EA, then you trade, and then you can review all your stats. Because in real time, as you trade, your trades will appear here in this execution stream. Magic. Just magic. Now, if you've been joining me at all for any of my previous streams so far, since I started doing them, I've been trying to recover this FTMO account. You can see it's not in a good way. But you know, we had a win at the end of last week. We pulled back a whole $62. That's $62 better than not having it with this big GBP USD trade. Big in inverted commas, relatively speaking. That's what that is. But today, we're doing something different. We are not continuing with the FTMO account. Alpha Capital, they're running their monthly competition. I'm not paid. I'm not even sharing affiliate links for any of these things. You trade wherever you wish to trade with MetaTrader. I'm not here to skim a few dollars for affiliate links. Chart Reporter speaks for itself. The value I'm providing is showing you this tool, and you know, Chart Reporter is a business we're promoting here. All these other things are just tools that we know traders are using, and so we are here where you're at. And so it's interesting. Some prop firms are like Alpha. They no journals, and that's because most journals require you to give them the broker logins, and they'll use the broker logins to connect to Alpha. And Alpha say, no, you can't connect. Only MetaTrader can connect. That is the brilliant thing about what we've done with Chart Reporter. With Chart Reporter, you install an EA on your charts. Bring the charts up now. Oh God. Right here, we've got Chart Reporter sitting, hiding behind the previous day high there. There we go. We've got chart reporter loaded right here on this chart. Yep, got an API key. I'm going to have to rotate that now that you've seen it. But that API key enables any trades I push to go straight into my platform, straight into my chart reporter platform. And that means there's no broker logins. Alpha don't even know that this exists because I'm not sending trades. Now, if I wanted to try and execute a trade, if I wanted to try and use my trading EA here and put in a buy order, they're going to block that. Our auto trading disabled by client. They don't like trading. You can't trade. But chart reporter works fine. And I know that because even though this is a fresh chart reporter that we're going to be using today, so let's talk about that. With chart reporter, we will do some trading, but I just want everyone to know what chart reporter is for. So here we have, as you can see, all these trades I've been doing on my FTMO account. But chart reporter supports multiple brokers, multiple logins. So here I have my ACG markets account that we're in the competition with, and I did a little test trade earlier this afternoon just so I could log in and show you something straight away. And here we have this little AUD JPY trade that was done specifically on the Alpha Capital one, and we've got the data stream active, ready to go there. So that's all good. We are going to receive any trades we do straight into here. So we're going to show you that in a second. But first of all, safety first, security matters. And I'm just going to hide away my screen while I quickly rotate my API key. Because even though I don't know why anyone would want to push their own trades into my reporting thing, it's just good practice that if you ever um, expose an API key, that you rotate it. And how do we do that in Chart Reporter? Let's show you that. I'm gonna have to generate another one now. But right here, you come into your settings, connections, and API key, and you can cycle your key. This is where on the Sovereign Edition plan, you can also connect MCP and get stored code or codex to jump in and ask questions about your trading history as well. Pretty cool stuff. So let me just hide that away again for a moment. Let me cycle that key again, and I'm going to drop that back into my EA. Now, the great thing about Chart Reporter as well is the first time I've just updated that API key tonight before I logged in, and so that's why it's showing there. But if you close out and then come back in and go, "Oh, do I have to put the API key in every single time? Do I have to load the parameter settings?" No. No, we save it on your computer, in your terminal, and it will just live there until you go in and cycle it and change it. So, you put it in once and then come and go, come and go, come and go, close the chart, go, "Oh, close the chart, I gotta put it back on again." Put it back on, you don't need to add the API key again. It will instantly just pull it out of memory, and you are good to go. So now that I've cycled my API key for safeties, let's bring back up my screens, and let's look at doing some trading. So this is my ACG account, Alpha Capital Group, $100,000 competition. I need to pass 8% in order to go to the next level of the competition, and I have currently lost a dollar. So we've got to fix that. So let's try and find some trades to do, and you'll see Chart Reporter in action. I'll share the execution feed there in the top right corner so you can see all the trades happening in real time. Now, if you're joining me in the chat, you've got any questions, if you've got any suggestions on a good trade, if you think something's hot, if you think there's something's going to run or there's a reversion, drop your hot tips in. Let's have a look at those. Keen to get your advice. And make this a community effort. I'm not actually going to trade the Swiss franc and the yen. It's just hanging around in the middle, kind of ranging, not doing anything. But I can leave Chart Reporter on there, minimize that away. Chart Reporter is now going to activate on any other chart. Doesn't matter. It's there now, and it's going to report on all the trades across any chart. So I was over here in my Symbol Explorer looking for ones that have had a big change, looking at that change column, um, what's it called? The daily change, yeah, looking at the daily change column, and also looking at spreads. So I want things with low spread that have had a bit of fluctuation today. They might be good candidates for doing some trades. I can see silver has dropped down. It's down near the previous day low. So it's ranging around there. Gold is doing the same. It's just testing this 45.50 line. In fact, it's coming back down to the line. I'm guessing it's gonna range up again. So I might put in just a sneaky 0.25%. Let's calculate that, point 0.3 lots-ish. 0.3, and we will put in a buy trade. Alright, let's turn Trade Projector off for now, seeing I'm not really using it. Let's turn the lines off. Alright, and there we go. Up in the top right corner, you saw XAUUSD appear straight away. As soon as I did that, trade, boom, there we have an active trade. It is live. Now, we haven't set a take profit and stop loss, so it's got an RRR of 0 to begin with. Let's fix that. Let's bring MetaTrader back up, and we're going to set the stop loss down here at about $250. And we'll set the take profit up here at $300. And now, when I bring this back so you can read it, you can see the RRR is set for 1.28 because we have now set those values. All the changes as you move things around, if you get squirrely, if you start changing your take profits, etc., that is all captured. So here's the active trade that we just put in. We plan a 1.28 RRR. Here is the trade screenshot. So we've got the screenshot captured. You can see the previous day low and high bars that I've got on there with an indicator. You can see all my custom color with my black background and my green and red candles. We can see the EA that I was using for my lot sizing there, trade projector, sitting in the top left corner. That's all automatically captured. And then if we come down here, we've got the event timeline. So when we open the event, when we modified the stop loss, when we modified it again and put the take profit on, we are capturing all of these things in real time, being pushed live from the broker. And remember, this is Alpha Capital, who say no journals. That's not that you're not allowed to keep track of your trades. It's that they don't want you to plug their broker logins into any third-party platforms. So now that we're in here, now what kind of trade is this? This is a bit of a scalp, isn't it? So let's tag this with one of our strategies, and we're going to say this is. We are going off the PDHL, but it's not really bound. I'm just going to say this is M1 scalping. I'm not even sure it was actually on M1. Let's add a tag. We didn't really overthink this, so we'll put the quickie tag on this one. And we'll say ranging near PDL, expecting a quick bounce and scalp. So that's what we're thinking. Typos and all. Let's update that. So that you can track and quickly, while you're trading, journaling's done. That's how hard it is to journal with Chart Reporter. It's not hard at all. Super easy, barely an inconvenience, as Ryan George would say. We were on M10, so that was an M10 scalp, not M1. If we come to M1, look, we probably could have got a slightly better entry, but not much. I mean, that's pretty close to the bottom there. And then we got our bounce. There we go. We got the stop chasing there, the stop clearing. And hopefully green candle, maybe a little bit of red. What's gonna happen here? This is the question. This is the joy of scalping. Oh, it's going green. Yes. Now, are you a break-even kind of trader? Are you a lock-it-in kind of trader? I think if I break even now, it's just gonna wipe me out. It's gonna whipsaw. You can see it's, like, very static, here along this line as it's sort of bouncing and trying to work out what it's doing. 300 might be ambitious. Look, you can see it's kind of lower lows, lower highs, lower high. Oh, it's reversing. Might have it's touched the thing how many times now? It broke through, nearly came back. 1, 2. This is the 3rd bounce. So maybe I'm trying my luck because the 3rd bounce, it's either gonna really revert or it's just gonna smash through. I'm gonna have a bit of a try down bottom here, in which case my stop loss might not be big enough. And that's the joy of doing a like they call it a quickie trade. I didn't really think about it a lot. I just went, "Oh, yeah, that looks like there might be a quick win there." I should put the disclaimer up. This is not financial advice. Trading is inherently risky. Do not use money you cannot afford to lose. Trade Reporter does not come with any promises of performance. That is all on you. All Trade Reporter is doing is helping you to understand your own activity to make better choices. As it says on the bottom of my website, risk warning, trading and investing involve risk, including the possible loss of capital. Chart Reporter provides journaling and analytics tools only and does not provide investment advice, recommendations, or performance guarantees. Your trading performance, I am sorry to say, is on you. So gold's just going to sit there for a little while, it seems. It's just really this 45.50, 45.60 line. If we pull back, we can see that's kind of, since it fell down from its highs up here at 4800s, it's bounced, tried to break down, but couldn't, bounce. This 45.60, we can see a few touches along here. If we go further back, you can see it had a few bounces here as well. When it spiked up, it came back down to this level. So this is kind of a bit of a comfort level for gold, 45.60. So pretty dangerous to do any kind of trading right on this line, unless you're really taking a punt that's reversing or going to continue south. I took a punt that it's going to bounce, just a little bounce, just a little mini bounce. And like I said, if I'd broken even there, would have whipsawed. I would have got nothing. It's tested that 45.60 a few times, cleared out a bunch of stops, maybe some take profits of people that were reversing from up here and going, "Ooh, I will get the reverse bounce back down to the line." We're up $100. We've got to get to $8,000 for this alpha account. So we need to get some big trades. We can't just scrape and skim $50 here and there. That's not going to get the job done. Mind you, neither is losing $250. There's a reason why my old FTMO account is still looking pretty sad. Combination of poor manual trades and some EAs that stopped performing the way I expected them to. I usually mostly trade with EAs. I'm just getting my hand back in for manual trading to do these live streams for Chart Reporter. So it's a bit of fun. Competition account, no real money on the line. I'm not too stressed about these trades, which is why I can afford to use the quickie tag at all. Let's leave gold. Oil, like nothing else has changed a lot. All these changes, daily change, 0.3, 0.2, 0.3. Nothing else has had big changes except gold, silver, and oil. What's USTX50? What's that? EU stocks 50K. Oh, that's like a NAS 100. Is that like, I don't even know what a USTX 50 is. Do you know what USTX 50 is? Let's read this. You can't read the specification. The pop-ups don't show for you. I'm sorry. It's called EU stocks 50 cash. Okay. That's very unhelpful. It is just messing around in the middle here. I don't even know what it's doing. It doesn't know. And look, it's just been horizontal all day. Well, all day? No, it fell down in the morning. So through the Asia session, it's collapsed down. It's rebuilding back up. But at the moment, it's still just in lagging here in the middle between the previous day high and low. It doesn't really know what it wants to do. Again, if we look back, we can see this is a bit of a comfort zone for it. Touch, touch, touch. Previously, when it was through here, look at that. Touch, 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 touch. This is a rest point for this particular instrument. So I'm not going to rush into that one. US oil. What's happening with oil prices at the moment? Again, just hanging out in the middle today. Just hanging out between the previous day and low. They're making life very tricky. Ooh, here we go. This is more interesting. This is at a breakout. It's broken below the previous day low, the US 30. It's trying to come back up and retest it. It hasn't actually reclaimed and retested yet. So, I mean, again, if I wanted to put a little quickie in, that one could potentially be coming up to say hello to the previous day low line. What do you think in the chat? Anyone? Bueller? Feels like another quickie. It's not going to get me a lot of gain though, is it? If I said that, and we risk a 0.25% again. Where's my potential loss line? Yeah, I'd be risking 1,000, about 250 again. But it's 1-to-1. It's not really good RRR. I'd like to get a 2 or 3 RRR, something that's sort of a bit meatier with a better take profit line. And I'm happy to risk the 250, but I would like, more than 250, 300 on the other side as the forecast win. So let's look at German 30. German 30 is up near its line, but again, what's it doing? It's kind of had a few tests. Is it rejecting? It feels like it's rejecting. So this could be a sell. Where's my lines? The lines are zoomed right in there. All right. Let's start spreading these lines out. So realistically, if you're going to put a stop on that, be there. And maybe where it would it go halfway between the high and the low? Around there. Yeah, that's only 360. It's still not much better than 1-for-1. I don't like it. I don't like it. Let's keep going through our ones that have had change today. CAD JPY sitting in the middle. HK50. May the 4th. Everyone's having a holiday. What does the news say? Are there big news events happening today? I mean, last week there was some news and the US dollar tanked a bit. Nope. Well, Alpha's not telling me about any news anyway. Their servers say no news. Gold, still seeing $30. It's been going up. It was up around 100. I don't know if you've been keeping your eye on that. You do have to manage your trades in MetaTrader. Chart Reporter is a reporting tool for journaling your trades. We very deliberately did not put your live ticker price, even though we are sending regular heartbeats through whenever you do things. And we could have a more robust heartbeat that like every second or half second is pushing updates for all your open trades up. It wasn't a matter of, too much web traffic. It was just from a product perspective, because this is not your trade management tool. This is a trade reporting tool. We didn't want people to get too obsessed looking at what was happening here in real time to manage the trade, because you can't close the trade from Chart Reporter. Chart Reporter is for reporting, journaling, analyzing, doing the analytics on your trades. It's not for managing your trades. So you can see once the trade closes, we'll put in the final result, but during a live trade, no P&L. No P&L on live trades. HK50, it could be coming up to reclaim and try and touch the top again, but I don't know. It's not filling me with joy. AU to JPY. Again, everything's just sitting in the middle. I know we're coming up to New York Open, and maybe things will change then. It's hard to tell. I mean, if you got any hot tips for New York Open, see, I like this better. Oh, this is very interesting. So it broke through, came back up, retested, but it failed the breakaway. So it's come up and tried to go up. It's retested. It's come up. This could be a level of support now. We've seen that in the past. It up back and forth a little bit, but then it comes up. We get some support. And even yesterday, like look at the previous day high and low. It bounced from here and then went all the way up there. And then came down here, bounced up. It's been drifting down again, but it's still, this could be good. Let's try something here. Let's plan below there. Let's give it room. But let's shoot for the stars on this one. Oh, gold's gone to negative. Oh, no. Ignore it. Ignore it. All right, let's go 0.25% again, especially with one this big. And calculate that out. 1.19 lots is what we would want. And that's going to be 250 or 500. All right, what if we bring that a little tighter and so it's not going to clear there, but it might try and wipe these stops out. Look at the M1 specifically here, maybe. And go, yeah, okay. On the M1, we'd go maybe there. 71, 739. That's a nice psychologically weird figure. Oh, that's better. Oh, look, now we've got 250 for 1,000. I like that. Less than 10 pips, a stop loss. It might move a little bit with some slippage, although the buy and ask price, there's a little bit of gap there. Now I'll put both lines on. AUD USD. This is only a six spread. Oh, it's going up again. Come down, come down. All right. 2.5 lots. 2.5 and buy. Whew. All right, now we said we wanted to risk that there. And we'll put this right up near yesterday's high. See if it'll bounce back up. And so for this one, we're going to come over to our logging. And there's AUD USD. It's popped in there. That's updated with our RR, anticipated of 3.68. And we are going to call this a PDHL bounce. And say it's questioning previous support level, expecting reversion. That's what's in my head. So if I ever come back and look at this and go, what happened on that trade? Why would I enter that trade? I've done it. I've logged it. I've given it a strategy. I could call this one reversion. And away we go. Let's look at gold. What's happened with gold? Oh no. Really testing this line. Should switch over so you can see what you're looking at. I'm not feeling confident, I gotta say. I'm not feeling confident. There is an argument that this is trending down. If not from there, then certainly from there. But it's still, this line doesn't know. It doesn't know on this pink line. Previous day low, it's still uncertain if that's resistance or support. So we'll keep it there for now. All right, what else have we got? GJ. Yes, I am just going nuts. I know some people would say, you're overtrading, Dave. You're overtrading. Possibly, but it's a live stream and it's a competition account. So let's have some fun and let's not stress out too much about overtrading. Let's try some different hypotheses. Now, look at this. 2 days in a row, it has come down to pretty much the exact same level and then climbed back up. And it's climbed up. And then this is institutional selling. There is a big order. There's a big institutional firm that has some big orders to fill. And so it waits until there's enough liquidity and then is going bang and just smashing it. And it's done that 2 days in a row. Like that is 3 days in a row. Look, we had this massive crash and then it's built up and sell, built up and sell. So it's probably not going to go all the way to the bottom again today. In fact, it's probably just going to keep meandering its way up, given that history. I wouldn't imagine a big hit again. So let's put a buy in. I want some help with my lot sizing for my risk management. So I'll bring up my trade projector tool. Oh no, something died. Ah, gold. We lost gold. Ah, that's very sad. Not a great start. AUD USD is not loving me that much either, but we've got room. We've got plenty of room for that one to breathe. Fingers crossed. All right, let's go back to GJ. GJ, let's put the risk amount all the way down here. We're not going to get much of a return if we do that, are we? What if we put it here? We're back to sort of 1 for 1 at that point. And we think this might reclaim up to there, perhaps. That's a 1 to 3 kind of, yeah, RR 3 to 4. I don't want to risk 1%. We'll risk 0.25 like everything else tonight. That's 2.3-ish lots. It looks like we've had a bit of a stop sweep here and there. I think I do need to pull this down just a little bit there. I mean, this was a big sweep. But look at that. That's these big shooting stars and hammer star candles are pretty feral. So let's see if this, like there is liquidity hiding under there that wasn't there for these ones. So you'd argue that maybe you need to stop all the way down here. But then when you calculate your lot size, you're back to 1 to 1, RR of 0.98. That's not good math. That's not mathing for me. So how much do you risk with these levels? That I don't like that because I know there's money sitting under there with stop losses and possibly some take profits too, where people came in and here and went, oh, look, it's reverting. I'm going to get in and hit that level. So we might skip GJ today. Again, this hanging in the middle. What do they say? Don't diddle in the middle. I heard one YouTuber say. I cannot give full accreditation because I do not remember who it was. Look at the spread, 18. GU. What about GU instead of GJ? Oh, so this one's gone below the previous day low. It's had a bit of a journey. It's come back up. It's retesting, but it looks like it is rejecting off the previous day low. So where would it be going next? Certainly down to there, it would seem. Might be possible. That's a point where it sort of had a moment before there on the left. It could come all the way down to here if it clears there. What does that look like if I wanted to bring that down to around here? That's a 3.5 RRR. RRR. I always feel like a pirate when I say that. That's not bad. I mean, that's reasonable to have the stop there. That's a little bit above the previous day low. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to sell this one. Sell 2 lots. Okay. And there on the right, GBP USD has just appeared. And where did we say we're going to put that? Profit line down there. All right. Excellent. See how we go with GU. Is it going to reject off the previous day low and keep going down and come down and revisit this line? That is the question. That is the question. Now, I talked about earlier around, we can see all the history of what's happening with the trades. And here we've got our RR4 has been set for GBP USD. This is a PDHL bounce. It's bouncing, rejecting off the PDHL, but it's a bouncing. I'm using that as my key level. And I'm saying not reversion, it's rejecting. No, it's, I don't know what tag would I call that. We'll just call it PDHL bounce for now. And I think appears to have retested and rejected the PDL. All right. Easy. Too easy. But what I want to show you is if I dive into that trade, and I mentioned earlier the screenshots, the auto capture of screenshots. Well, if I come into our GBP USD trade, I can see the screenshot that I placed when I placed the trade, including there's that yellow support resistance line that I was experimenting with, just sort of having a look at where the chart was. I turned off my trade protector lines, so I can't see those lines that I was mapping. But that's the screenshot automatically captured for me. And again, there's those modifications setting the SL and the TP, which gives us our R. So let's see where these trades are going. There we go. How's the AUD USD one going? It's okay. It has rejected that line again. That's good for now. The real question is, can it clear here? If it can clear there, like, see there's that box happening there. That box of trades. If we can clear this sort of box zone, then I'm really confident. There we go. Fill my red box. Hey. Yes. Red is a terrible color, isn't it? How bad does that look? I've got to say, TradingView does have much better visualization. It does look nicer, but it doesn't support auto trading and EAs and prop firms. Oh, I'm not sure orange was a good plan. Anyway, we'll keep it solarized. and see whether our pink and green candles will zoom past this box. So some traders would probably wait for this box to exit and probably even break and retest this box before entering a buy trade. I obviously wanted to get in a little bit lower using this previous day low line as my rejection point, but obviously aware that this is a danger zone here with this section. And you might get one of these events happening here where people would set their stop losses here and it came down and came up, and then someone said, yes, I will have all of that liquidity. Thank you very much. So that might happen again here, but that's all right. We shall see what's going to happen. We've got plenty of room there with the stop loss. We've got room for this to breathe. GBP USD. Why you going to be this way? Why? As soon as I hit sell, let's just have some green candles. All right, let's keep moving. We're got to plan some trades. Let's go back and just quickly re-examine some of these ones. Oh, silver's really coming back up to this level from earlier. Silver has bounced. It looks like it is trending up. What do you do in a situation like this? Do you go, oh, I'm gonna ride the wave? Do you wait for it to come back down a little bit? It looks like we are getting higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. We are getting that kind of price action happening. So maybe there's some action on silver. I don't like the spread on silver. Maybe the spread on gold's pretty gnarly as well. It is a bit different on metals and on indices. You can see that USTX is still going wild. The spread on the majors is all really good, and we got trades on both AUD USD and GBP USD. NZD JPY. See, this is again coming up to a danger zone. If it broke out of this zone, like if silver breaks this zone, then I would be curious. I wish I could put an alert on it like you can in TradingView and say, tell me when you've broken through. I haven't written that EA. I've got my other ones you can see here, like Trade Projector, and we've got Chart Reporter, of course, and we've got the PDHL lines, but I don't have a box exit alerter. I think someone has built those. We'll keep an eye on this. We'll come back. If silver breaks and retests and looks like it's going to sustain a break out of this box, then maybe we can be happy. Like, oh, look, AUD USD. It's testing the top of that box. Ooh. It's testing it. Yes. I would like that. Silver's got its box. What else we got? NZD JPY. Yeah, it's not doing much of anything. It's weird. It's kind of falling, but how far? It's had, again, these weird liquidity sort of sell-offs over the last few days. That's weird. Not as extreme as we saw on USD JPY. What about Euro JPY? Same thing? Yeah. So look at these, all these ones with the yen. Like, weird. Weird. That people are selling off everything to get yen. Did Japan have some really good financial results or something? Euro USD. See, not seeing it on these other ones. Euro USD. Oh, again, it's one of these ones where it's broken out. It's come up. It's retesting. It's going to retest again. We'll keep an eye on this. If we get a couple of rejection candles, we could at least get a quick scalp. And just back to this level. So Keep an eye on that one. So we're going. Ooh, AUD USD. It's exiting the box. That is a good sign. It's going to retest the box. That's fair. I fully expected that. But if this can break out of this box, it's going to run for a while. At least up until this zone here. And if it breaks out of that box, and we talk about, the RCT and the smart money, the supply and demand zones, that's what that is. That is supply and demand zones every day of the week. So putting that all the way up there is ambitious. It would probably be a much smarter play to put my take profit in this box. If we can exit, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to play the break-even game. Now that we're up, we're broken, we're coming back. Oh, it might still be too even for break-even game. Break-even game is probably just going to wipe me out. And then, as always happens, you break even and then it just goes where you were originally pointing it anyway, in like 2 candles. See if it rejects the bottom of this box. That's what I want to see. Rejection off the bottom of that box. Come on. Ooh. Yes, reject that box. Reject it. Reject it while I find a better color for the box. That orange is really hard to look at. What if we just go like a pale pink? Oh, that's better. That's much better. I can handle that. Oh, look at hit. And then bounce to close above. If we start bouncing off the bottom here, then I'll come up to break even. Some people would look at this box and they would just trade this box. I'm sure there's scalpers that would just trade this box every day of the week. And they go, yep, I'm going to scalp from there to there. And really just M1 scalp the heck out of this. We could try that, but I'm not doing it with 2.5 lots. If I was doing that, I would be doing that with much smaller amounts. And not dynamic lines, that's stupid. I would be going there. And I would be going there. Which, I'm not putting 25 lots of risk on this. That is stupid. That's with a 0.25%. A 0.25% is still 19 lots because the stops it's bouncing. It is bouncing. But look at that spread. The spread's in nearly the whole box. But because it's bouncing, I am going to do what I said. I'm going to move my stop loss up here to break even. Oh, now it's rejecting off the box. Now it's going to come. Oh. It's going to do it. It's going to close me out for $12, isn't it? Good thing I didn't put that scalp in. It was right on that line. Oh. Bouncing. I was probably premature in bringing my stop loss up. Maybe I should put it back. Put it back. To... It's always one of those things like, am I going to regret moving it? Or am I going to go, why didn't I move it? Why didn't I save myself? What do we say? Let's. Let's abandon that. I'm not moving it. I'm not moving it. Change my mind again. Oh, it's just teasing me right at the bottom of this box here. I learned my lesson the other night where I didn't give it enough room to breathe. I moved my stop loss too soon. I didn't had it too tight, and I got caned for it. I am gonna hold the risk. That's what I'm gonna do. Hold the risk. And see if it rewards me. GBP USD is not loving me, is it? Here's silver. What's silver doing in the box? It's just, yeah, it's loitering in the box, as we expected. Euro USD. Let's try this line again. Will the rejection hold? Will this become a resistance or support? Like, let's look at the bigger trend. It's kind of ranging, like a big range. But no, it's actually going down. Oh, look, we had lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, higher low, lower high, lower. But then we're starting to see maybe upward trend. Maybe it is going to revert. If it can break through this level, this could be on the up. We're just looking at price action. I'm not looking at the macroeconomic factors of Star Wars Day and what's going on. We are purely price action trading here on this account today. Oh, come on. Come on, AUD USD. What are you doing to me? Stuck in the box. Stuck ranging. Stuck ranging in the box. M1, what's happening? Oh, just sitting on the line. It doesn't know. But look at that. It is. Didn't quite set a high. It's at a higher high there. Higher low. You'd say if you're just trending this with price action. Look, that's a higher low. Went up. Higher low. Higher high. Higher low. Higher high. Higher low. If it can break past this line, it's going to go. Let's draw another one of my magical boxes because it's actually this line. This box needs to break out of this pink box. If we can break out of the pink box, we're good. Oh, AUD USD is testing the top of the box again. See, that happened. That moved quick, didn't it? We're loitering down here and then it's... Should have scalped it. Maybe one night I'll just try range box scalping. Make it a strategy. Report on my range box scalping success. All right, that's taking its time. Silver's taking its time. Interesting watching what's happening with AUD USD. But it's also taking time. And I'm not trading this. This is just the one that's sending all my trade data through with Chart Reporter. Minimize you. What else have we got? Let's just do by spreads, small spreads. GU. We've got a trade in GU. We're looking at Euro USD. That's our two smaller spreads. USD franc. Diddling in the middle. New Zealand USD. We established that one. Oh, that's... Oh, it doesn't know what it's doing. Euro AUD. That's a weird exotic pairing. Euro CAD. Everything's looking a little bit sad tonight. Is now New York open? It's 12:30 midnight Sydney time. What time in AEDT is New York open? 12:30 a.m. AEDT. Oh, that's daylight savings time, standard time. 11:30. What? Did New York open an hour ago? New York's been open for an hour, and this is what we're getting. That's horrendous. Is New York asleep for Star Wars Day? What am I missing here, people? Drop a note in the chat if you know what's happening in New York and why there's such weak action happening on the charts. Weak source action. That's what I call it. Weak source action. I forgot to start my session timer. We're going to have to go and retroactively do that later when we finish the trading session. I don't know how long I've been trading for now. When did I put? About an hour ago, I put in this XAUUSD. Show me local time. Good. May the 4th, 11:48. It's now May the 5th for me. No more Star Wars Day. I'm allowed to wear my Ghostbusters shirt. 5th of May, 12:34. So I've been trading nearly an hour. I was hoping to see a result from these trades. That is the markets. Nothing worse than going to bed with open trades. Ooh. I know some people won't do it. They're like, nah, whatever it is, I close it before I go to bed. I am not running that stress in my brain. I can't believe the GBP USD one is still open. It's come close a few times to that stop loss. It's close to it right now. But, yeah, look, it's come up and just touched the previous day low. We did give it just enough room there, hopefully. That it's going to reject off that line. It does look like the price action says we're going to be going down on that one. So fingers crossed. That would be $1,000. If my AUD USD one does what it's supposed to and comes all the way up here, that's $1,000. That would be a quarter of the way to my ACG competition challenge target. I don't know if you've ever done these competitions. You look at the leaderboard and you look how much money people make so quickly on gold, and they must be scalping or something. I don't know how they do it. I tell you, it's insane. I'll see if I can bring it up. Ongoing, see leaderboard. So here I am trying to make $1,000 here and there. That's what I'm trying to do. And there are already people. This competition has been going for like 2 days. So it was running on Friday, and then the markets were closed over the weekend, and now it's running again. And look at this. Someone has made a $22,000 trade. The current winner is on $221,000. I've more than doubled the account in sort of 2 days. What the heck? Most traded on silver. How many simultaneous trades are they running? Like, how is that legit, right? That they've gone, what? So they've just put in some big trades and they've just, that's nuts. Look at the next one down. He's only on 197,000. Same thing, his equity, just riding it. What has he traded? XAG silver. So these people are just trading on silver. So it's some big wins, and then the weekend happened, nothing, and then faded off a bit. So they just got a massive. Just managed to ride silver on Friday. This person rode gold. It looks there's a little bit. So 1 trade, 2 trade, 3 trades, 4 trades, 5 trades, 6 trades, 7 trades, and then bang. So it seems to be these people that have got these massive ones. I've obviously just put in bet the farm and managed to ride a big wave. Pretty impressive. Can you imagine doing that with real accounts? That's cool. Good on them. We should be so lucky. But we try to create our own luck with reporting, understanding, knowing, improving, getting better all the time. These people are having so much luck on silver. Let's have a look at silver. Let's shoot for the stars on silver, hey? I'm going to wrap this up, but then either tomorrow or the day after, next time I stream, we'll come and give you an update. I'll post it on X so we can see the update. Make sure you're following Chart Reporter on all the socials. Let's look at this. Okay, we're going to go long on silver. And we're going to maybe... I feel I can't even set a proper take profit, right? I feel like a take profit, like what if it runs? Like all the way up to its previous best ever. I don't think it will. Like what were people riding on Friday? This fall, this sell-off. So it had a peak. I'm looking at the daily chart now, the macro. It looks like it's been coming down. It's not getting bigger. It had this huge peak and this massive sell-off. And then up February, down through March. It slowly started. Oh, maybe. Look, that's upward, actually. I take it back. That is a higher low on the daily level. H4 makes it a little bit clearer. But we have come down, and now look, we are trending higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher low, borderline. We wouldn't even call that a low. That would be the low. That would be the high. Right. Oh, this could be sending again. This could be going north. So, in which instance, how big a trail stop would I put on it? Like 1,000 points of trailing stop and no take profit? Eek. How high would I need to be to clear break even at that point? There. Oh, that's achievable. Yeah, that's really good. I like that. All right. So I want to risk. Let's risk $1,000. Let's go a big one. Let's risk a whole percent. Let's buy 0.45 lots of. Let's round it up. Let's buy half a lot of silver. 0.5 buy, because I'm going to go to bed because it's nearly 1 a.m. for me. Yeah, get used to singing. I randomly sing stuff on streams when I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to you. I'm talking here. Okay, so we wanted to bring that just south of that box a little bit where we're risking 1,200. I'd rather risk an extra 100. Let's go to 1,300. Then it crashed me out at 1,200. I'm like, oh, why didn't I give an extra 100? Especially when we're doing a strategy like this, where we're looking at putting it on a trailing run. Where's silver? Trailing stop, custom, 1,000 points. You can't. The screen share doesn't show the little pop-ups, but I just put in 1,000 point trailing stop. So let's chart report this. And make sure I'm sharing the right tab. All right, we are going to put this as a new protocol. And we're going to call this price action. HH, what do we call this? HHHL, higher highs, higher lows. So we call it price action, HHHL. HHLL, price action, seeing higher highs and lower lows. And we'll make this green because it's going up. It's green. Higher highs, higher lows is green. With no magic numbers, this is manual trading. So deploy the PAHHLL, which now we can come back to our chart. Make sure we're filtering down to, yep, that's right. We've got so many charts going. I thought this was the other account. Nope, this is it. XOG and PAHHLL. And we're going to call this bedtime and trailing. Trailing stop. I'm going to call this no TP. Oof. All right. We're going to leave that there, I think, and see how these 3 trades go overnight. Look, they're not doing great, I've got to say. Oh, no. AUD had rejected off the top of the box. It's come through the bottom here. I'm glad I moved that break even, or am I? Is it going to retest the whole line? Is it going to try down low, or is it just clearing the stops from this box? Is it just a stop hunt to get all the liquidity from below this box before it takes off again? I'm hoping for that. I don't know. GBP USD, the resistance is holding off that line, so there's still hope for that one. That could be good. And silver, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen with silver? We're still ranging in that little box. This is not the best setup in the world because I should have waited, but also I'm tired and I want to see what will happen. And I can't handle that brown box, that orangey brown box. I'm not doing it. Where's my pink? Peach puff. Oh, I like peach puff. That's a good color box. All right, so we'll see what happens with silver next time we come on the stream. Obviously, no RRR set for silver because we didn't set a take profit. We are going to try and be like those cool people in the alpha challenge dashboard and just let this thing run forever and make all the money in the world. Don't like my chances, but we'll give it a red hot go. I should do one last wrap up thing here with you all, and that is log the session. So if I come into my session timing, now what do we say? The first trade was at 11:48. So we'll say the session, not the strategies, the session started at 11:45 p.m. and goes to now. This was alpha. My keyboard's died on me. There we go. That was my keyboard. That was a hardware issue, not an application issue. Alpha, capital, 100K, competition, stream. Log that session. And now when those trades close, we will be able to see how the performance went in that session. But the trades are all open, so we can't see. All right. Well, that is Chart Reporter for this evening. Wish me luck on these trades. And follow us on X to see how they go, or join us on the next stream here at Chart Reporter. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you all.